Why can't I do that today?
Hmm.
Like in the darkest moment of grief, it's hard to say, God, I praise you. It's hard to say, God, I know you are good.
Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. This is Alfredo and
I'm Brithzy.
This is A and B. Welcome, subscribe, like, whatever you want to do. We are feeling very, very excited about this video and most importantly, very nervous because it's been 2 years since we've watched one of our most viewed videos of our testimony, our story. And I think it's very important that we revisit some of our past. Sometimes we're not meant to stay in our past, but it's a very good thing to reflect and just look at how far God has brought us. And but so
this was actually filmed going on 5 years.
Yeah, it was 5 years ago, but we uploaded this back in 2019,
right?
Of January 8th. Yeah, we don't want to make this introduction too long, so we just want to jump straight in and watch along and see what.
And join us.
This is crazy. We haven't watched this in forever. Are you ready for this?
I'm nervous of how I'm going to feel.
How do you feel right now?
Nervous.
Nervous about what?
I just know I'm going to cry, I feel.
Yeah, for sure. We had not been able to watch any of these videos about Abel or our story. Anything that had to do with the hospital was very triggering, and it still is. So for those that are watching that are just lost a child or lost a loved one or something that is triggering, I would advise you not to watch any further. But
real quick, I haven't seen any
That's true.
I haven't
seen this video. Brithzy has never watched this video
because I haven't been able to see the NICU stuff.
Yeah.
And all that, so. Hi, I'm Brithzy.
And I'm Alfredo. We got married about a year ago. Everything happened so fast. I don't like my voice. I remember, we had all these plans, but things went the other way. Everybody was in shock that we were, getting together.
The song already.
So but little did they know we were.
It was all in God's planning. We made plans, but God was just like, here's mine, and y'all are gonna follow it. So
wow.
I remember it was a Tuesday, and we were just like, hey, let's go to the Hall County office or something very simple. It's mom.
We're excited. The innocence.
The innocence. I just want to hug that Fredo and Britt.
Just give him a tight hug. We were in the honeymoon stage and going to church together and just doing life together. We were just in love. I mean, we were just two people in love and just, having God in the middle. Everything was just exciting.
And we planned to travel. We're like, oh, we're going to go this. We're going to go over here. We're going to do that. But God was just like...
We still haven't traveled. No, I'm kidding. We've been to some places, but with, again, the hospital, we didn't have a chance to really enjoy life. But
wait, I can already see the difference in the way we speak.
Right?
Because I didn't feel so not that I'm definitely wiser now, right? We've been through some things, but I just felt like a kid still right there, even in the way I spoke.
That was 5 years ago. You were...
Oh, I had just had Abel. Well, he was going on a year.
You were 20.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And I was 22? 21.
Mm-hmm.
Something like that.
22.
Just wait a second. It had only been probably a month. The day before we went to the beach, we had a regular routine checkup with the doctor.
I still remember that day.
They told me I had preeclampsia, very severe preeclampsia, and they rushed me to the hospital just because my blood pressure was really, really high to where I could have had a seizure. As soon as possible.
Okay, but how quickly did that day
turn super
upside down
quick
for us?
We were a few hours ago, we were getting ready for the beach.
Right, we were doing some shopping at the mall.
We were at the mall before that moment.
With my super swollen feet. But I mean, it was my first pregnancy, so I thought it was normal. It turned so so fast. Literally at the mall in the morning, in the hospital by the evening.
By the evening.
That's crazy.
With tears. We were both just in that room, scared. What's going on? Why so fast? These complications happening now? Yeah, she got rushed to the hospital. She was in school. She lost her scholarship. She lost everything because of all this.
Yeah, I had a full paid scholarship to whatever college I wanted to go to, and the week I was.
How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I mean, I think God closes doors for you, and at that time I thought that was my purpose, but God just redirected me and said, no, I have something else for you. I have something bigger for you. Don't get me wrong, in the moment I was very upset because I thought school for me was everything at that time. But
it was horrible because I mean you got your scholarship taken out or taken away from you when you had recently gotten admitted to the you were laying in a hospital bed when they said we can't continue to have you. So you were stressed about finals week, pregnancy, preeclampsia. Just received terrible news. That's crazy.
Yeah, it was a lot of punches for sure.
You know, on top of that, being stressed out, I was on a life or death situation, which is not a good sign, and things just started to go very bad.
Her organs were shutting down
slowly.
You can see my belly.
The doctor said, I remember you that day. Growing in there, but the game plan
I was so scared.
Keep him in there as long as possible, but at the same time, not keep him in there as long as possible because she could die. And you know, we spent about a week. Every time we would walk by there, or like we would go on walks, that was always like our way out or in. But the art around there was at Children's Hospital is beautiful. It has a lot of meaning. Some of the pictures are creepy though. Like
those two.
Yeah,
right
those
there.
two. Yeah, but you know.
That is. I still have dreams about that hallway.
That hallway.
Specifically, because the chapel was right there. We spent a lot of time there.
But that was definitely one of our most time spent there.
I kind of miss it sometimes.
You know, going through that, is my baby alive?
Okay, so right there, that was literally a few minutes, an hour before the C-section. And I was freaking out. You see me calm, but that's because they put me on magnesium. But I was the most scared I've ever been in my whole entire life.
I was retaining, and when I got admitted into the hospital, I was 25 weeks.
You had almost hit 200 pounds, right? From all the fluid?
I think I reached 190.
190?
So he was 26 weeks when he was delivered.
Oh, an ad.
Just basically told us.
Oh, Halara, okay.
It's Halara. Hi, Halara.
Take him. We trust you, and if you don't, then
that line hits different now.
And it was just very hard for us, you know.
Wow.
It was the first baby, and just having to go through all that.
So he was a pound. That nurse holding him right there, we still have a great I see her all the time. I take her family photos, and it's just amazing to still have a connection with the nurses.
Yeah, that's great. I'm literally bawling.
I was the first one to see him. In the room, in the operation room, what was going through your mind as a mother, as a new mother, and about to face some of the biggest challenges of your life? You had joy, but you also had...
I didn't know what to think because I didn't know what the NICU world was like. So I really had no expectations. Like, yeah, I didn't know what to expect. My only goal was to get out of that OR safe and sound, and that's it. And I remember I told Alfredo, I was like, go with the baby. I'll be okay. I'm here. And that's how it was. But I just remember, I'm like, I just need to make it through past this OR. And I'm
going through the NICU journey, you experience a lot of anxiety, and you see a lot of traumatizing things you never imagined you would.
You sure do.
In your life.
In that very moment, they were literally rushing him, trying to keep him alive.
Coding, or he was dying.
and as well as that shot right there that I got.
I've experienced with anxiety and insomnia even.
Oh my gosh.
It's been a while we haven't talked about it.
It has.
And so,
Okay, wait. I have a funny story though. When I first got up right there, you you clearly don't have anything under, so you're just wearing the hospital. You're just wearing the hospital robe. So when I got up, I think I flashed a lot of people from the back.
Oh no. No.
Because I remember the nurse was like tying my gown. And I was like, whoops.
We just transitioned to this. You know, the first question that popped up to us was, how long are we going to be here? I remember them saying the journey just begun. And they took the baby away and they said, y'all need to get out of here. This is too much for y'all. We'll let y'all know what's going to happen next, because right now he's not breathing. So my wife was already out the door and I was close. And I told my wife, we need to go back in there, because I felt like God was speaking to me and telling me that you need to go back in there and praise me. Not for, you know, what I do, but for who I am. And so I remember going back in there and I grabbed her hand and I said, I told nurses, I'm sorry.
And sometimes today I forget that. It's so easy to forget that this was our biggest struggle, and the days we're seeing today, getting frustrated about I can't reach the gutter. Small minuscule things that don't even
I guess
have
first world problems, you could call them.
First world problems. So I have to we have to literally remind ourselves daily, like, we've been through worse than complaining about a red light.
That doesn't fit me.
Why is Grace on the couch? Like that stuff frustrates me. But again, these are things that we get to enjoy in these days, and it's a blessing. But we have to look at the past sometimes and remind ourselves that, hey, you remember what you prayed for, and now it looks like this. And even though some of the things that you prayed for doesn't look like this, you still have to praise me. Wow.
The whole scenario
I remember that.
3-4 minutes. He wasn't breathing for that long. And I remember him coming back. He came back. It impacted me in a tremendous
It's so
way, because,
traumatic.
One thing that
Nobody should go through
when I
that.
looked at him, he had his hands up.
Stop.
And God spoke to me and said,
It's gonna make me cry.
why is
Wait.
it that him with his size, he can lift his hands up and you can't? With the little strength that he has, he can lift his hands up, but you can't. You can't even say thank you for what I'm doing and for what I didn't do. The doctor came to us.
Wow.
She said, how are y'all doing? And I said, I'm great.
Wait,
And
you can't even say thank you for what I've done. Like, sometimes I forgot that when he took Abel, or at least it felt like God took Abel from us, and I didn't sometimes we get so angry at that, but we don't thank God for the things that he did accomplish, the things that we got to see in Abel's life, the milestones.
And the things that he didn't allow.
Wow.
The hardest part. But just seeing Abel lifting his hand, that just touches me so much. Like, why can't I do that today? Like, in the darkest moment of grief, it's hard to say, God, I praise you. It's hard to say, God, I know you are good. But at the end of the day, I know he is. And I know his character does not change regardless of our trials. Because he is the sovereign God. And that right there, Abel, is just So
That's a
inspiring.
reminder. That's such a reminder.
That at his lowest, he could do that.
He's never gonna be able to, you know, to suck on a pacifier.
Oh, he loved his
He's not
pacifiers.
going to
He was able to do that. That's beautiful.
into fasting and
He
praying.
loved them.
Me and my
Don't
wife,
mess with his chupon.
we stayed
Don't
in
mess with Abel's
We were in
chupon.
Northeast for about 3 months. We stayed in that room, but Abel never moved.
Wow.
And we were just stuck.
That was such a horrible feeling for those that are in the NICU that are spending not just 1 week or 2 weeks, but
months
in the NICU. You know the feeling of the terrible feeling when it made you happy seeing other babies leaving the NICU, but it made you very sad seeing that your son wasn't able or hasn't been able to accomplish that. It was a really, really bad feeling because you kept believing, God, you're gonna do it,
It was discouraging.
and it was really discouraging knowing that you're not moving, knowing that no matter how hard you pray, Abel is still in that same room.
You feel stuck.
With our faith, we thought we had strong faith, and
Huh.
I remember
Wow.
I told her once,
Even then, we thought we had strong faith there.
Abel's not moving, but I feel like we're not moving even spiritually.
Being in Abel's situation, it was every day was a bad news type of day, and there was no good news. And
You guys might want to start thinking, disconnecting him, stopping all the medical treatment because there's not much left we can do. I remember we cried ourselves to sleep.
I remember that
And
night.
just being overwhelmed with everything.
What do you remember?
Just crying and crying and crying. Saying what's gonna happen.
What's it gonna look like?
Mm-hmm.
And it's crazy to even be making this video, listening to this video, us saying about disconnecting him. So even then we thought that wasn't gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
So watching it now, it did happen.
Mm-hmm.
That scenario, we revisited those questions. Can be discouraging knowing that the promise that we thought that we created in our head didn't align with God's plan.
God gave him his first breath.
Oh, his baby.
One thing that God spoke to me.
God gave him his first breath,
prayer
and he will give him
was,
his last.
Don't let your circumstance stop you from serving him. But through all this commotion and stuff, people were giving their life to Christ. Nurses, family members.
Pat.
There was.
His eyes were just like.
I really learned was, keep serving God.
and that they get closer with God, and that
That was always our whole purpose. It was never for a pity. Really share his story, his life, because we knew that there were so many people out there that have gone through something like this, and through our journey with him, we had so many questions, and it seemed like we couldn't get any help from anywhere.
Wow.
And now we just want to help you guys.
that they never lose hope, and that they keep.
We were so
pushing forward,
nervous.
believing, and never giving up, no matter how their circumstance looks.
We didn't even
no
know
matter
how to put. We had an
dark it
oxygen
seems, that
tank,
there's still
trying
hope
to
at the end, and
figure out how to be
God is
parents
still
and
good,
putting
no
on a
matter
car seat
what we're going through.
And carry oxygen.
and learning what an oxygen tank even is.
Wow. Yes.
Beautiful.
Is that the end of it?
I don't know.
Oh no.
The Spirit of the Lord is here. Yeah. It's all around. Wow. Oh my goodness. I feel like that's him right now. I would change the world. Wow.
I can't.
That was so beautiful. I needed that. Wow.
His singing was the cutest thing.
But I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I don't know if you want to say anything.
These are like happy tears and sad tears and bittersweet and joyful. I don't know how to describe them.
I don't even know what to say.
It's time to sing again.
Wow. That is beautiful. It's time to sing again.
It's time to sing again.
I really received that like you have no idea. It was, always God's purpose. This is what I have for your life, Alfredo. This is what I have for your life, Brithzy. And I have to put y'all together so y'all can go through this. But before y'all go through this, you guys will.
That gives me chills. All in God's plan the whole time, even from before we were even born.
It's beautiful, and we could not talk about this today if we had not gone through what we went through yesterday. So we will see y'all next week. This was very emotional,
very emo. Thank you guys for sitting with us and watching it with us. But we love you guys. We'll see you guys in the next video.